Skul, the Hero Slayer. I've gotten quite a few requests recently to play this because it is a very action, combat-oriented roguelite and also does have some references to Dead Cells in it. I mean, not only that, it also has many references, at least from what I've seen so far, to Hollow Knight. So I think this might just be an attempt to have me play that game once again. Well, anyway, I have played it a little bit on stream recently, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a proper YouTube series for this. Because after all, roguelites, when you're doing them on stream, tend to be sometimes a little interminable as to when you're actually going to be able to finish it. You know, certainly trying to like interact with chat and everything at the same time is difficult. So yeah, the Hero Slayer. I mean, as I'm sure you can probably guess right now, it's the old switcheroo. Instead of playing as a hero rescuing a king or a princess or whatever, I'm playing as a skull man rescuing a demon king. It is very much like just invert everything that you normally know about a story like this one. Surprisingly enough, though, quite a few cutscenes in this one, like actual voice stuff as well. You can go faster, evade attacks, it's your dash. Some pretty generous timing on the dash too. You can you get a lot of iframes, double jump, and as you can see, just kind of walk around as usual. But yeah, trust me when I say that it's like it gets much more roguelite-ish soon enough. Good amount of meta progression, and builds are based around switching out your head for different abilities, which you'll be seeing soon enough. Very Goner-like in that respect. Of course, this one changes the gameplay quite a bit more. Instead of getting like regular items, you're just looking to try and get whatever the best skull for, you know, magic attack build, critical builds, range, melee. It's interesting, but you know, it is somewhat difficult to get used to if it's not something that you've used an awful lot. There we are. And here's the first guys. As you can see, you also get a lot of stun time on enemies when you're hitting them, which is good because one of the things that this game really likes doing is throwing a lot of enemies at you. I'm talking about dozens and dozens at the same time, and then spawning them in huge waves. So making sure that they can't attack you like that, and having stuff like very generous dodge timing helps out a lot with that. That is the most stock cat sound effect I think I've heard in a video game. It's the most stock sound effect I've heard since I played Death's Gambit. Here we are. Also, the cat's face looking like an emoji. No, emoticon. It's like it's not even a thing anymore, is it? But it's like that's what we had back in the day when it was only text. When we just had the UTF keyboard. It's like we were using those to make faces. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Don't need that old head anymore. Actually, I still have it. I can switch back and forth as I please. It's sort of similar in the way to how Bloodborne has like the transformation attacks, where you have specific attacks for when you switch your heads. I mean, similarly, it's like you get like new abilities on cooldown. You'll find that a lot of the individual heads and everything, and items that you get in the game, active or passive, have a lot of stats associated with them. This is a big old reading game. Never seen it before. You know, it reminds you a lot of like MOBAs in terms of, you know, figuring out how to do how to figure out like combos and builds and everything like that. Which is kind of important because unlike a lot of other games of this style, you don't get an infinite amount of items that you can carry. I think it caps out at like 9. So don't think that you're going to be able to like shove hundreds and hundreds of stuff if you get the right build, like an Undermine or Binding of Isaac, I suppose, probably better comparison. It's something you got to kind of pick and choose. There he is. There's the hero from the opening screen. It's really just inverted. It's just inverted. By the way, pay attention to that ball graphic. They use it an awful lot.
밝은 달이 떠있던 밤이었습니다. 소녀는 계속해서 달렸어요. 그 뒤를 검은 형체가 쫓았죠. 소녀는 결국 지쳐 쓰러졌고 그런 소년의 위에 그림자가 드리워졌어요. 그리고 저는 그 소년의 마지막을 지켜보려 했어요. 불쌍한 것.
Oh, mouse. Mouse on screen. Everybody look at it. I don't know, it would save me a lot of effort, but I suppose that's not going to be the case. And there you go. Now I got the actual screen here. Yeah, as you can see, it's like a common balance right up near the name. I got skull throw, rebone, and it's like a pass baton. It's like there's a lot of different things to the combat here. Even though I think ultimately a lot of what you can do is just kind of, you know, attack normally. As you get enough items and become tanky enough, at least from what I've seen so far, it's entirely possible. Yes, and they are indeed being very violent. Much like Dead Cells, having a lot of situational awareness is very important in this game from what I've seen thus far. Aside from that, you know, just kind of get your choice of different paths to go through. Which I guess I'm probably going to take the one with treasure in it, because the other one seems to be just normal. I don't know. I mean, I want to say there's probably, like, some form of reason why I'd want to take just the regular route. But as it is, I feel like I don't know. I haven't played this game too much as of just yet, but it feels like if I want to get the most out of an area, I probably want to pick one that has some sort of reward to it, not just the regular enemies to be fighting. Why did I teleport in there? But yeah, as you can see, a lot of enemies spawning in, and they all got like various different abilities. And considering I don't have anything else as of right now, you can see only 9 slots. I can destroy these at will if I choose to. I'm not going to, but again, and also like level up these various abilities that I have, Miser and March. It's like, man, it is an entire thing. Well, I don't know if it's leveling up as much as it's just getting new forms of it through the items I have. I have no idea. Well, anyway, get a new head here, get treasure here. Yeah, it's very Hades-like in you know, you got to go through an area, beat all the enemies, and then you get your choice of what you're going to be going to next. I feel like 90% of the commentary for this episode thus far has been me just comparing this to other games. What can I say? I played a lot of games like this before. I haven't even talked about like Dungreed, also a Korean game. Like, yeah, art style and everything reminds me a lot of that. Oh, come on. Could have just dashed there, but I don't want to accidentally get into the spikes over and over. Oh, well, thankfully, healing, even though you don't have any sort of like a active healing on your own, enemies drop health pretty regularly, so it's not too bad in terms of taking hits here and there. It's entirely recoverable. Ooh, that is a fancy one. Usually you don't get that fancy looking of a thing, so what do you got? Yeah, unique. Things have different rarity ratings, for example, like the skull is common. Balanced in between, I guess, magic and physical attack. As you can see, dealing damage, HP barrier. Dealing damage with skills to get health. Oh man, this is going to be kind of a rough one. I remember I've had this once before. Could not use it very well. Well, hey. Yeah, whatever. If I can get that barrier soon enough, that would be ideal. I don't think I'm going to get that barrier soon enough. Cool hits, though. Okay. Well, anyway, at least this is a fairly powerful beginning here, even if it's one that I don't have too much confidence in my ability to use properly. You also really do kind of sit for a second when it comes to getting trying to use the abilities here. It is sort of rough. In the meantime, I'm building up that darkness meter pretty well. It takes a while to fill up, though. I'm gonna bet probably when it comes to like bosses and everything, it's gonna be a lot more useful. Let me tell you, bosses in this game are something. They are big and tanky. And it is not the easiest thing to deal with them. Oh, it's only a plus 10? That's all I get for getting the darkness barrier thing? Ah, well. Yeah, I mean, it's like you say little skeleton, but it's like, look at me. Clearly much more than just that. Also, you telling me that the barrier wore off when I was in the middle of a cutscene? Oh, come on, game. Obviously. It's unfortunate. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to do it just because I need that health right now. You know what? Sure. Health and... yeah, heart, as you can see, and then I got 2 levels of miser. So I think that's how that works. I don't think there's a way that you can, like, level up your items, but I'm also not entirely sure. A lot of different currencies and the like in this game. Meta, you know, normal stuff. You can see that near the... in the bottom right corner. By the way, this is not a boss. This is a mini-boss. Not every one of them. There's a few different ones that I can fight. Not every one of them gets an actual cutscene. Hey, come on. Really, it's... depending on what you have in terms of actual... come on. Depending on what you have in terms of actual, like, skills and everything, it can be quite difficult to fight some of these guys. Because like I was saying, they got some, for real tankiness to them. I don't even know why I'm bothering with the whole, like, darkness meter. It's like 10. I get 10... I get 10, oh, come on now. Extra health here. It's temporary. Oh. Come on now. And there we go. Always has some sort of halfway of super ability, whatever boss that you happen to be fighting here. Mini boss. Like I said, it's like actual bosses are much larger and in charger. Well, 1 hit point left. Will I do this? Sure, I get that unique... Sure, I'm getting the unique abilities here, but if I don't know how to use it, that's not really going to make too much of a difference. Now, is it? There we are. With literally 1 hit point left, but I'm okay. I didn't die. It's cool. And with the amount of damage that I've been taking recently, it's like that might not even be a bad idea. Let's switch back to this thing, try out one of the new skulls, because sure, the Dark Knight is cool and everything. I don't know, man. Also got a good switching ability. Probably should be using that a little bit more, but please bear with me. I'm bad at this game. And here you get upgrades to your various, whatever your current skull is. And it works, but what you need to do is you need to sacrifice other skulls to be able to get the currency to make this work. So, for example, this one requires 100, because it's a rare one. This one, on the other hand, requires 10, because it's a lot, less impressive. However, needless to say, I have not found any extra skulls as of just yet, so ain't gonna be happening. Glad that you do not take damage. That's 11 right there. Man, come on. The day? It was like 10 minutes ago. Oh no, not quartz. That's the meta currency. Hey, you know Darkness and Hades? Same thing. I don't know. I guess like extra physical attack, considering that's usually what I like using, which I don't even have the ability to get yet because I've barely gotten anything. Cool. All right, well, let's continue here. Also, other NPCs that you can get in here and everything, which I'm probably going to want to try and do as soon as possible. I went to the regular one rather than... I forgot that there's 2 there. I don't know, usually in games like this, you think that there is like just the one. Obviously, do get a little bit of extra damage by throwing the skull here, but I'm probably just going to want to change this out as soon as I possibly can, more than anything else. Because it ain't great. I think there is an achievement for beating the game just with the basic skull, but, you know. I haven't beaten the game, period, as of just yet. There we go. Like I said, a lot of things do drop health around here, so it's not too bad, but it is a... It is still also, you know, just by itself, you don't want to be taking too much damage. It's not a guaranteed thing. Common does not mean always. Yeah, teleport around could actually be pretty useful if I figured out how to use it right. As it is, I'm really just going for the damage potential of it. Killing my own brethren. Cherry trees. No, I'm supposed to be some sort of bird, right? I forgot. It's too hard to remember, that sort of deal. Good. Take buffs here. I think that might also take buffs away from enemies. I don't know. There's a lot of mechanics in this game for ultimately what tends to be just like a lot of run up to enemies and mash attack over and over. Hey, another really fancy skull. What do you got? Ninja. I'll take it, man. Anything is better than the basic one. I think this has like some sort of wacky ability. Yeah, that thing. Which explodes too. How useful? I don't know. But enemies get pretty tightly packed in this game, so it might actually be better than you think. That's a basic ability. Got that. Cool, cool, cool. And it's just like anything else. You have Fire Breath, which I guess I'll check out. The cooldown is enough that I don't really like switching back and forth too much with that. But I think that it's going to be important if I want to actually play the game good. All right, well, let's continue on here. Actually check out this in the field. Yeah, like I said, situational awareness. I mean, speaking of Dead Cells, it's like there's very much a spiker type of enemy that's just they have in this area. A lot of fun to deal with, much like in Dead Cells itself. I'm not seeing the actual reference thing, but also at the same time, references, come on. Games should be able to stand on their own. Yeah, super double jump. Boy, there are some references in this game. See if I happen to find some of the more egregious ones of them. Hey, I don't need to heal this time. Oh yeah, you. Just give me a free head. Nah. I mean, this is, it says magic damage for the fire breath, speed, otherwise, style of head. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with this draft stone because it's just like, yeah, physical, magical attack plus 30%. Sure. Extra gold, whatever. I probably shouldn't be spending all of my money like that because, you know, I'm going to probably eventually get rid of this. Hey, it's the reference guy that I was talking about right there. Get it? If you don't know about Leroy Jenkins, like, what, 14 years ago or something, there was a funny video where a group of people playing OG World of Warcraft made a skit where a guy went in and said Leroy Jenkins before wiping a party in, what, like BlackRock, I think? Back in the day? I would never think that, yeah, like, 14 years later that people would still be making references to this. It's to compare it to Dead Cells once again. It's like the reference that they got to 300 in the Spartan Sandals. It's honestly kind of incredible. 2021, we're still making Leroy Jenkins references. I cannot even believe this sort of thing. And it's every single time he does the false knight dash. By the way, if you think that that's the only sort of like boss moves that they took wholesale from Hollow Knight, oh, just wait until I get to the second boss. Fortunately, I don't think that's going to be happening today. I could probably switch back and forth, but do I really have... I mean, you know, I guess I got the... okay. Well, never mind then. I mean, it's like you do get... I really do have to be, like, trying to get, like, the actual switching back and forth done. Oh, come on! I was so close to getting this perfect. Ah, well. At least I don't think I got hit, aside from that very last thing there. Yeah, so the bosses are... some are easier than others. What can I even say? Crit rate? I mean, this is like a speed character, so I think, like, as much as I can get for crit is good. Active item, and then a skull. I can also destroy it for 11 bone shards, but aside from upgrading... I need, like, 100 to upgrade a unique one, as we saw in the last run. Just give me the standard issue bow. I'm going to be making a real... It's been 5 minutes since I talked to you last. I'm going to be making a real attempt at this. It's like, probably want to get as much stuff for like crits as possible. At least I think that's how it works. I'm going to be honest. It's like there's a lot of like little subtle things with this game for, you know, like I said, mostly just kind of running up and attacking enemies. Dashing when you see somebody attacking you. There we are. Oh, come on. Yeah, 3. He hits you with 3. I mean, needless to say, that's not really the one that I want to use here. It's the big deal for the amount of enemies that they're throwing at me right now. But hey, at least right now, it's like full health and everything. And I think that's also, speaking of meta upgrades, one of the one of the dudes that I desperately want to get first, basically. Because I do believe that guy there allows me to start out with a skull. That's not just the normal one. Alright, come on, hurry it up already. You can't leave these areas before defeating the enemies anyway. You'd think it'd just be destroyed as soon as you were done with it. Yeah? Well, I saved you, didn't I? I guess I can go reconstruct the cage if that's necessary. Till you get saved by somebody more impressive. It's interesting to see that the forces of evil are working on a democratic system with senators. What do we got? What does this thing do? 10% chance to gain 3 gold. I mean, for basic enemies like this, seems like not a terrible... Didn't quite hit him down there. Seems like not a terrible deal. I'll say that. I mean, besides, it's also like a speed character too, so I do declare that's probably one to be taken here. Just try and look for more attack speed, basically. More times I can attack, more times I get more money. Like I said, for basic enemies like this, I don't even think it's too necessary to use the really impressive big guns. At least yet. Can I destroy that statue to get the benefit here? No, I didn't get that. I was hoping to switch back there for, like I was saying, the cool benefits. And a little bit of a dash for getting around for the switch. Not bad, not amazing. I don't know. Needless to say, for also a speed guy, worth it? I don't know. I like the ninja for attacking. I like the petty thief for just getting money. I'm gonna keep it like that. Magic attack. I'm just gonna get some endurance type of stuff for right now. I think that, like, none of this is... All this is, like, physical. The throw gold, I guess, does do a little bit more in terms of magic, but I don't know. As it is, though, this is a very money-based run thus far. Good? Bad? I got no idea. We'll see. I'm gonna take out that ninja guy immediately. At least I do get a lot of dashes with these sort of characters. I think, like, speed is probably what I would want to take more often than anything else. Fast attacking usually works with the general playstyle that I like employing. Rather than just, like, raw power and especially magic. There's some good magic builds I've seen. You can play as, like, a little jester boy. It's cute and also does a lot of damage. However, I don't know. Magic, though, you know? Wind dashing, this is probably going to be the thing that I destroy first when I actually hit up the max amount of... Yeah. When I actually hit up the max amount of items that I can have. Making an attempt to just, like, replace that with something a little bit more useful. Another guy here. Yeah, that money throw is not too bad. And just doing the double dash right through, like, the archer seems to be a pretty good way to do it. Not getting hit by them at all. Yep. Why would a skeleton need to sleep? Sure, whatever. I'm doing pretty good on health. That's 5 more. Probably just gonna end up upgrading the petty thief skull at this rate. No, that was dumb. And then I went right into the thing, and then after I just used all of my cool health. Oh, I can actually stand on the edge here. Barely. I can barely stand on the edge. I want that increased attack speed, like I was saying. It's like this works well with this. Was that it? Oh. Works well with his sort of thing. That's the item that you wanted to make, I guess. All right. Oh yeah. We'll switch over to this right now. Although I guess I could have just switched to get the fire. It's a lot of things that you want to do to get the right combo of stuff. Hey, it's a hand boss. That's right. Old Nintendo boss style. I hate this guy because this attack here is so much slower than you think it should be. I hate that. Like, and unfortunately, the speed thing is actually kind of working to my disadvantage because... I told you those balls were going to be appearing again, by the way. The speed here is actually kind of working to my disadvantage because I'm moving forward so much. I'm not really hitting around the... and I'm getting out of range of hitting stuff. Okay, there we go. It's so much... like I said, it's so much slower than you think it is. Here we are. Oh, you thought I was done? No. I told you, these bosses are, like, for real. Oh, come on now. Should have gotten that. Oh, well. Oh, it's... The speed, unfortunately, it just, like, is actually working really to my disadvantage here. Which is too bad. Oh, well, I'll try one more go there. It's like good damage, but not good for what I was trying to do. All right, yeah, physical attack, then more HP, which is like giving me a lot more HP. That might be the first thing that I try to go for a little bit. Yeah, basic stuff. Charging strike. Summons a soldier. Very brief, but summons a soldier. Alright, send me in. I want to see if I can get something good for a beginning skull thing. But yeah, first boss is actually pretty easy. It's just, man, like I said, trying to predict those attacks are surprisingly difficult sometimes because they are very slow. The second phase of the hand attack is actually significantly easier because as soon as he lifts his hand back up, just slams it right back down again. I can do that one. Shield. I mean, first off, should just switch out this, if anything. But it's like, I can try using the shield for a little bit. Dash attack, but minimal dashing. Power stuff. Slow, getting rid of a lot of the attacks. I don't know. Can't really say I'm a huge fan of it. Slam is okay, though. Then it's like, yeah. Getting hit by everything, though. All right. The LT is kind of the only thing that's particularly good about this one, it seems. You get, like, extra... it's, like, less invincibility, you know? Because I do think that, in general, your dash just works very well to keep you alive. Okay, yeah, just slam that down and get that working for me. Okay, enough of this. Let's switch back to something that's a little bit more traditional in style to compared to what I'm using here. I'll have to try out a bunch of different builds though, because let me tell you right now, there is a clear does not stun enemies at all though. There is a clear difference between how exactly a lot of these skulls work and like the power that you get out of them. And that is a huge amount of the whole roguelite style that you're getting out of this game. Very random, like what the build is going to be and how how well you can work with it, or at least in my case. Whatever, I got the HP shield, it's fine. Is there anything special with it? Holding down the attack button gives you a charge, which I shouldn't need that for this game, but then again, it's like, yeah, it doesn't do nearly as much stun as some of the other skulls that I've used before. No, I don't like this build at all. All right. See if I can't go find something else right now. Werewolf. I've used it before. Again, doesn't really stun enemies too much. Very fast, though. I guess I'll make it work if I can. Ooh, what's this? I don't think I've actually even seen this one. You know what? Here, have a... Yeah, looks great. What does this do? Unique again, so it's going to require a lot to actually make function. Speed. Single slash. Marks. It's like the whole... Like I said, it's very MOBA-like in the way that a lot of these things work. You're like trying to get marks on enemies and cooldowns and everything like that. Items, but only a certain amount of items. I gotta take that one. I have the money. Draftstone is just so... It's just such a basic upgrade. I like that, but I'm sure that's one of those things that it's like, it doesn't work super well if you... It doesn't work super well if you know how to play the game a little bit better. Alright, so the single slash is not too bad. Now, what does the second ability do again? Evading, blocks next enemy attack. Oh, it's parry. Gotcha. I don't know if I can do that super well against Leroy Jenkins. Again, like the 14-year-old reference. Okay, not bad. Interesting. I don't know if I'm, like, too concerned with trying to get the most out of this, especially in this fight in particular. It's a pretty simple character, after all. I like the hat on this guy, though. Oh, yeah, this is Demacia. Surprised he doesn't say that. That might actually be a copyright sort of deal for that might actually be like a copyright sort of deal for Riot, though. Just waiting. I mean, it might actually be worth, you know, probably. Because that can go right, because that's large enough it can go right through the shield. There's a skill, and then switch back. Not bad. I'm not going to say that it was, like, amazing, though. It worked okay. Magic attack. I do not like the end skull, what can I say? I'll just take more gold, whatever. Maybe could have just used the bone shards instead to try and upgrade this, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. At this rate, though, I'm thinking that I'll probably be able to get another shot at the... No. Parry in this game is just gonna be weird, though, because there's so many enemies you fight. Knew that was gonna be pretty effective, though. As long as I can nail some marks on dudes. Ooh, fancy. Ooh, very fancy. Considering how I generally play this game, I think that might be something I use more than you might think. Yeah, so minimal damage, but the single strike is what really makes this thing pop off. I'll get down with it. Though really, I might just Werewolf my way through a decent amount of this. The movement options, like I said, it's not super amazing in a lot of ways, but it's fast attacks. It's decent attacks. The LT works. Oh, sometimes forgetting what the actual buttons I need to press are. I was confused left trigger and left button. Oh well. Transformation attacks back in Bloodborne were some of the most powerful attacks that you could do. It's just so cumbersome sometimes to actually make it work that you never really wanted to attempt it too much. 1, 2, dash. And we're good. Well, yeah, it doesn't stun enemies very well. You do get a lot of movement options here, though. That dash it's pretty intense dash, let's just say that. But I do think it's just like, yeah. Come on. What more can you say? Works so well. These guys, though, for what I'm trying to do, not going to be super great. That'll work, though. All right. I'm just going to stick... Well, I'm going to get a heal right here. Then what do we got? Decreases trap damage. I don't know. You just don't get hit by traps that much. Mostly. Minotaur. Rare. Or werewolf now. Yeah, power. I don't know, man. But it's probably better for the first boss, you know? I mean, the gloves worked out pretty well last time, right? I'm going to take them. And let's give it an attempt here. Yeah, like, so what's the basic deal? Swapping, powerful uppercuts, body slam. So it's slam into stuff. Got it. Yeah, probably not super good for taking out a lot of enemies at once, but that's okay, because this guy should be. Just do that and then that. For pretty big damage. I tried to go for the actual, parry there. Screwing a lot of this up, though. Yeah. Not quite getting as much healing as I have in some of the other areas. And that, not even going to bother with. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually level up anything because they're all too rare for that. However, I will, yeah, no, I'm just poo-pooing trap damage right now. Yeah, but I will. I can make it start. Yeah, not quite as much damage as I wanted. Pretty good damage, though, all things considered. Ah, well. Certainly the exploding barrels are making this a little bit easier. Fancy one. What you got? Dark Paladin again. Now I'm going to destroy this one, actually, because I like what I have. If I'm being real with you. I don't hate it. All right, come on. Can I get... With the Minotaur, I think this should be a little bit easier. Power character is going to work better against a very stationary dude like the Ent. At least that's the way I see it. But I am down half health right now. But I do slowly regain health. So... a little bit of give and take here. But yeah, you see the slam right there. Still got hit anyway. But yeah, like the slam already took out a huge amount of damage. To be honest, I'm looking at this right now. I think that I probably want to just go for the... Actually, I'm just going to die, it seems. Yeah, okay, well, never mind then. I guess I actually just want to go for the regular hits then. Good. And while I got that, yeah. This is a speed character, but it's not speedy enough, it seems. Ah, well. Guess I'll get past the boss proper in the next episode.